From downtown Los Angeles and Crypto.com Arena, tonight the Kings continue their push to nail down a playoff spot. It's the LA Kings and Ottawa Senators. Kings enter tonight with points in their last 3 games. That's important, getting points on a regular basis. Stützle's shot, good chance early in the game, the only shot on goal so far for Ottawa. Senators power play, Sanderson a blast, tipped and a score! It's a power play goal, and the Senators are up 1-0.
It's easy to be confident when you're winning. To me, the sign of character and the sign of a good team is when you're not winning. Who can get out when it's not going as well as it should?
Goal, a pass across, glove save! Stützle robbed by Talbot. As the puck tipped down the ice, picked up Byfield in, Dinks, score!
Regardless of who you play, you could be playing a team that's way down in the standings that, that you feel you should walk all over, but that's not going to happen. It's all about you. You have to feel good about your own game.
Right side, shot pass, tipped, score! Winds up to Zoop, feeds it across, and they score! Patterson ties the game at 3.
Anybody can beat anybody, it really can. So you got to play a good brand of hockey. If you get fortunate enough to get in the playoffs, you got to be at your peak.
Fiala gets it back to the net. Can he shoot? Yes! Score! What an effort! Kevin Fiala! Kings win it in overtime!
When you look at the scores all around the league, I don't know whether you got a chance to see, but the other teams around you in the standings, they lost their games tonight, so it's a huge chance for the Kings to gain some ground on some teams.
Yes, like I said, we saw it actually, the scores on top of the TV there. They lost, we won, a huge 2 points for us, and always great when the other teams lose.
Okay, guys, that was awesome. 3rd period. But this night is Mo Money's here, right here. Come here. One question for you. Did Blakey give you a bonus for goals?
No.
Okay, this is yours. You tell the guys what that means to you to score your first goal.
Yeah, this means so much to me, and I couldn't have done it with a better group of guys. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate all of this.
Jimmy regularly talked about mindset. Like, that was the biggest thing that he wanted to change, was the team's approach and their mindset. I think he righted that pretty quickly. Now I think it's been about consistency, because the Kings have been a little bit inconsistent at times, but you wouldn't talk about inconsistency if the level at its highest wasn't really high.
Everyone's always talking about your ceiling. What's the best you can be when you're at your best? What you learn in the NHL is, and especially during the regular season, but then you get into the playoffs, consistency becomes a factor. So the ceiling is very important, but the basement is more important. Make sure that basement is not too low. Each individual player has to understand how much their teammate means to the group. Defense probably has a big chance of winning a championship, more so than the other elements. And that usually means an unselfish approach. You're doing something that's not going to provide you offensive numbers, but it's going to help your team win.
Wake up, Gabby. It's practice day. I'm a little nervous shooting the puck right now. Brand new gloves. Yeah.
Drew takes so much pride in defending, whether it's a 2-on-1 in practice or a big playoff game. Like, Drew takes pride in keeping the puck out of his net. It's really special, I think, the year that Drew's having. I don't think it's getting talked about enough, the year that Drew's having. Like, he's in the top 10 in goals, but he's never sacrificed anything defensively to score more goals. And to me, that's what makes Drew special, is that he knows how he believes teams win in this league. And that starts with defense.
Good luck to you, Spenny. Do you know what you're doing? Do it f***ing right then. 1.
He is more comfortable now in a role of being a leader, being a time on ice leader, but also being a mentor. I think there was a couple of years ago where the Kings went through a transition and younger players were coming up and Drew had to be their mentor. And I think that knocked him off his game a little bit. I think this year now he's back to a complete understanding of, yeah, I can help young guys too. I can make sure that this guy feels comfortable back on the blue line, but I can also put my, in the game. I'm on the game, I'm going to produce, and I'm going to be a big factor in the game.
Get it out! Atta boy! He couldn't pass it to you because my stick was perfect.
Up top, it's his hockey IQ, his sense, his awareness.
Like how does he leave that much empty?
He knows where to go on the ice. He knows how to play the game. He's still in great shape. Obviously, he's still #1 in the league in ice time. So that says it all right there for me. And he's playing against the best players in the league every single night. You watch from up top, and you're just like, how did he make that play? How did he see that guy? How did he? His positioning is so good. Everything that, say, Sean O'Donnell and Matt Green teach the defense, Drew Doughty is the perfect example, the perfect role model for that.
No reverse. Did I do something wrong? I did it right. Look, it's open again. Don't get so wide. Stay in the dot.
He said that sometimes he talks so much, he wonders if what he says can lose its voice sometimes because he's always talking.
Tight sauce. Shoot it. Arthur, middle.
So having other guys who can preach the same message but a little bit differently, I do think is pretty important.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Nice play, Michael. Nice play. Do it in a game.
Guys like Kempe and Anderson are talking to guys who are where they once were. Because Kempe was a draft pick, Anderson was a draft pick. Those guys were once the 20, 21-year-old kid trying to cut his teeth in the NHL, trying to break in, and now they've done it. They're success stories. They've come through the system, they've grown, they developed. So to have those be the types of players who are developing into leaders, those words can resonate maybe a little bit differently with a younger player than, say, Kopitar or Doughty, because these guys have won Stanley Cups. Sometimes you're in awe of them. Having other voices as well, I think is extremely important.
Hi. You're mic'd up?
I got everything tonight. Terrible.
Oh my God,
too much.
Is your brother mic'd up?
Yeah, too much.
Oh my gosh. All right,
Too much.
let's do this. You ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready upstairs? Okay.
It's the Kings and the Blackhawks. Great rivalry. Big game with just 15 remaining. And you got a pair of brothers on the ice tonight, one for each side. Let's go to Carl and Bathe with Mikey Anderson.
Mikey, you just saw the Chicago Blackhawks. You just faced off against your brother for the first time this season. How was that, being able to face off against him?
Yeah, it's super fun. Obviously, it's both of our dreams growing up, so having it come true and getting to share it together is pretty fun.
What's the key to defending against Joey?
Try and hit him. Do you want a picture or no? Okay, then we'll take one for us.
When Mikey Anderson first came up, he was Drew's partner. And Drew was going to help him and carry him and get him through. Mikey Anderson is now his own player. He's a shutdown guy. He's going to be tough to play against. That's one of those factors which probably become more important when the playoffs come around.
Time! Time! Yeah, net, Gabs, net!
He knows where he earns his paycheck, and that's by playing defense, by playing physically.
Go, Q! I go!
With an ability to match up against the other team's best players, while also being able to move pucks.
Look for Kev.
And Mikey is just so valuable for what he brings on the ice for sure, but also what he brings off the ice. I think he's maybe an underrated part of the locker room.
Do you want to block it or do you want to still rim? I got the pick. Go behind me.
Yeah, he's not going to score 10 or 15 goals probably, but he's going to keep them out, and he knows how to play defense. He knows how to just make the smart, right play under pressure.
Yeah! Hard!
And that's why those two guys are such good partners. They're hard to beat.
Go Liz, go Liz! Her brother got me like hard in the head. Like in the head? Yeah. On the rim. But he said sorry. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Automatic. He loves you, so automatically good. Say hi. He always goes, how's my boy Gabby doing?
At this time of the year, when you look at it, it does take everybody. And over the course of the year, guys establish themselves in certain roles on the team. But now, all that kind of gets put aside, and everybody's looked upon to be able to contribute in different ways. It might be the guy in the fourth line that gets that big goal. It might be the guy in the top line that makes a big hit as opposed to going out and scoring a goal.
Lazat foiled, rebound, score! Alex Laferriere. Kopitar out up top, shot, score!
What's crazy about this Kings team is they haven't had a single game yet in the regular season where everybody has played together.
Keep it, keep it!
When the Kings are at their best, they're built to be 4 lines deep. They're built to have different contributors. And I think that we've seen a lot of that throughout the stretch run with different guys contributing, different guys stepping up.
Score! Deneau from Moore, 5-1 LA.
There's a good experience level with this group. I think going through stuff together is very important. It's very important to help yourself understand how to deal with pressure, but it's also there to understand that your teammates can help you deal with pressure too.
In the room, we know what we have and how good we can be if we do it the right way consistently and together. We've beaten some good teams this year. We've won or lost some games maybe we thought we should have won, but obviously if we have things going the right way, we like our chances against anyone.
The league is extremely tight, that standings change every night, but we're starting to play pretty consistently a type of game that's going to get you into the playoffs.
Center ice, plays it across, speeding in, a break to win it. Gavrikov scores! The Kings win it, 4-3.
A lot of teams are battling for big points on the stretch, trying to get position and home ice advantage and all that. So every game down the stretch, it's going to be huge.
So are we at the point of the year where you're going into Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg, and you're just expecting it to be a playoff atmosphere?
I think so. I mean, in a long season, you have that expectation every night, but there are just nights that it's not. We understand that. We don't accept it, but there just are. But as we go down here with the teams, in our own division here, we're staying out west. They're important games for everybody.
Travel with our video equipment, basically just to replicate as much as we can a proper functioning space for us. The intensity, I think, picks up really when the rounds, you're prepping for that round. I mean, right now it's almost too early to be that wound up about it. You got to get the X next to your name first. The intensity at which we prepare doesn't change. I think it basically stays the same, but our focus on our team game probably heightens. From that sense of a mindset of being prepared and being ready for the playoffs, I guess in that way you're building it up a little bit in your head, hey, we only have 10 more dress rehearsals left before the bullets really start flying, right?
3 weeks remain in the regular season. And here's how it stands in the division. Edmonton second, LA third. If these two finish 2 and 3, they'll meet for the third straight season in the playoffs. Obviously, a very good team here tonight in the Edmonton Oilers.
And as you just went over, a possible playoff preview once again. No secrets between these teams. So what does that mean? That means that execution is key.
A team like Edmonton that we've played so many times, especially in a playoff series, the players themselves oftentimes kind of decide what they want to do, right? In that sense, guys like Connor and Leon will have things in their mind that, hey, this is what works against LA. They're such smart players on both sides of it that they know the tendencies of each player and what one defenseman might do versus another.
It's Edmonton connecting, driving in for a chance. Hyman.
In your brain, you're thinking, we have to keep this clip in case we play him in the first round, sort of thing.
Score! Went off a body.
Because it's not in a series, I don't want to say you can't address it, but you're not going to change it. We're not going to look at what Edmonton did to us and then go, hey, we need to change it for Calgary, because Calgary's going to do something different.
CC up the middle and all the way down. This looks pretty good. Score. 4-1 Oilers.
How quickly do you guys turn the page, and how effective are you guys usually when it's time to turn the page?
It's time to turn the page right now. I mean, win or loss, you have to turn the page. There's the next game, you know, it doesn't really matter. We need 2 points. It's huge this time of year, and we're going to do so.
As fans or as people on the outside, like I am or we are, like we're looking at it, and our highs and lows are way higher than what's in the room. Our highs after a big win are very high, and our lows after maybe it's 3 straight losses are super low. What I've come to realize talking with Jim Hiller, talking with the players, is the highs and lows in the room exist to an extent, but nowhere near the extremes that we might be feeling. Even after losing Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg going into April, this is a team that was confident the next time out that they were going to win and they were going to get back on track for the playoffs.
16 days left in the regular season. The Kings hold down the second wild card in the West. Their lead, however, just 3 points over St. Louis. Jim, the Kings are back home after a 4-game road trip. It started well, a win in Vancouver, but then 3 straight losses. So they're trying to end the slide here tonight. At the goal line, it comes Arvidsson. Who scored?
Even more so this year than the years in the past, the last couple of years, they're in playoff games right now. A little bit of a run, you know, the Kings win a few games in a row here to this past week. Otherwise, things were looking a little bleaker a week ago. It just goes to show you there is a little bit of pressure there, and they have been able to rise to the occasion.
Woodrace Moore with it for the hat trick. Moore in, shoots, scores!
We know how good they can be when they're at their best, and now going into the playoffs, can they regularly enough hit that high level in order to do some damage?
Louis, you got to be the best on the picture.
You have to look at everybody, right? Because the roster for game 1 of the playoffs won't be the roster that it was for 82 games.
Is that comfortable? Okay.
The goaltenders on the game 1 roster won't be the 2 who started the year, right? It was Talbot and Phoenix Copley. You look at guys like Akil Thomas, he has a game-winning goal. You look at Alex Turcotte, the game he played in Nashville before the All-Star break.
Hands it off, and Angola shot, score!
And, you know, Brant Clark probably won't be in the game 1 lineup, but he scored that goal against Boston. How about Jacob Moverara stepping in when Gavrikov was out or Anderson was out, playing first or second pairing minutes? So all these guys who might not be in the game 1 lineup did contribute along the way.
But just watching what these guys go through on a day-to-day basis, what they do for each other, and that includes the coaches, training staff, everybody involved, the development group and all that, they do a phenomenal job. So it's fun time right now, but this is where all the hard work that you put in pays off, and that's what the Kings are looking to do going down the stretch.
So here tonight on Home Ice, Jim, what should the focus be for this team?
Well, the focus right now is on emotion. It's on desperation. But everyone to a man was talking about grabbing this opportunity. It's there, a chance to get into the playoffs. Don't look what's happening elsewhere on the scoreboard. Take it, grab on, and get into the playoffs.
Hands it off, Kopitar to Fiala. Fiala moves in, shoots, scores! Arvidsson for Deneau, 1-0 LA. Back to Arvidsson, curls, shoots, and scores!
And it goes back to when we took off to Melbourne. So everybody who's been involved has been a part of the team reaching the playoffs. Everybody should be proud of that. It's a hard thing to do. More importantly, it's an exciting thing because now you get to take the next step. You've earned the right to take the next step.
Roy, a shot, score! Might have been tipped by number 41, Thomas. Uyghur hands it off. Sharon Govich feeds it down low, tipped into the middle, but picked off, cleared, score! Bullseye! 20-23-24 LA Kings are playoff bound. It's a 4-1 win.
That's a lot of work to get to this point here today. Give us a chance to chase it hard, but outstanding work to get to today. Good job, boys. Boy, Lou. Attaboy, Laugh. Boy, dude. Attaboy, Kev. Good job, Morsey. Good job. Attaboy, Kelly. That's it. That's the end of it.
And you want to be feeling good going into the playoffs. I've gone in as an 8 seed, gone in as a 2-3 seed. It's going in, feeling good at the right time, and just kind of put a streak together.